Are you suddenly drinking more alcohol, shopping more, or getting upset more easily? Are you more tearful than usual? How about your spouse? These can be clues that one or both of you is struggling to adjust to the changes in your relationship during retirement. What's it all about, Yogi?
It's all about how to thrive in retirement. After many long years of employment, finally one reaches the goal of retirement. You may feel relieved, excited, anxious, and perhaps a little sad. You realize that retirement means many more hours at home with your spouse. Retirement is often romanticized as a time for pursuing personal interests and traveling the globe.
However, for many couples who are forced to redefine their relationship overnight, can be very stressful.
True.
There is so much written about financial planning for retirement, but very little about the emotional planning during retirement.
True. The truth is that retirement can put quite a strain on a marriage, even a relatively healthy one. Change is constant.
Many couples have changed a lot over the years without noticing it. Silver divorce rates, which have risen by about a third in the past 10 years. Even couples who think they're on the same page aren't necessarily. For example, a couple who thought they shared the same vision about traveling after retirement. They wanted to travel to Europe and they had the means, but she was horrified when she realized he was planning to stay abroad for a whole year. She thought they were going to go back and forth so that they could still spend time with their grandchildren.
That's right. Well, the another is where he's at home and she's working part-time, like us. She can't help thinking, what has he been doing all day? Why hasn't he done the washing?
Or the dishes.
For couples who have weathered a few storms, it may be the biggest test yet.
Yes.
The good news is that planning about retirement tends to force them to work through their differences.
Assume that your partner will change through their retirement years and cultivate curiosity about how this process will unfold. You're both changing all the time.
Notice changes in thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. If you take time to notice 5 new things about the person you live with, all of a sudden, they become more interesting. Communication. Couples who are entering retirement should sit down for a heart-to-heart over how their lives will likely to change. They should share their vision for how they expect to spend their days and the role they see for each other to make their retirement years the best ones for both of them. You might be able to support each other by having a walk and a talk, where you go for a stroll and take turns talking about how retirement is going for you. In this practice, it is important not to interrupt each other and to simply give each other time to talk while listening attentively.
Roughly 1/3 of retirees experience some form of depression in the first 2 years post-retirement, and that marital satisfaction for both men and women is at its lowest in that time frame.
Yes.
Be patient with each other. The months immediately before and after retirement can be an emotional roller coaster.
That's right.
Finding balance. Experts agree that the key to happy coexistence is finding a good balance between time apart and time together, maintaining independence while building a new identity as a couple.
That's true.
The key is to negotiate a new way of organizing space and routines. It's better to be honest rather than bottling issues up. Rebuild the closeness in your relationship by doing things you really enjoy together. Even a reassuring smile or a supportive hug can make you feel much closer.
That's right. That's right.
Don't make any major decisions, since retirement can be emotionally challenging. Be sure to be cautious about making any major life decisions. Give yourself some time to adjust to retirement, to make gradual changes, and to think through potential solutions.
Career professionals, especially those who were previously in supervisory role, often can't help but applying their managerial skills at home when they quit their jobs, not realizing that advice may not be welcome. How about money? It can be hard to agree on a budget with your better half during your working years, but it's infinitely more so when the paychecks stop rolling in. Some become so focused on assets preservation that they deny themselves and their spouse the opportunity to make new memories or explore new hobbies during their sunset years. Others spend more than they should and put themselves at risk of outliving their marital savings. If money is a source of contention, it may help to work with a financial advisor who can take emotion off the table and devise a working budget that works for both of you.
As we age, medical issues often restrict mobility, and with it, the ability to participate in activities we love. That can take an emotional and social toll on adults who pride themselves on self-reliance. One way to keep the peace is for the more able-bodied spouse to make positive comments about tasks that their spouse can still do effectively. Make an effort too to participate in activities that you both enjoy.
How about irritating behavior, eh? We all have our flaws. Perhaps we chew our food too loudly. Maybe the spouse leaves the key in the door or refuses to admit that it's time for a hearing aid. Even small things are amplified when you are with your spouse non-stops. When this behavior leads to great frustration, a willingness to modify your own behavior in exchange for concessions from your spouse is critical. Remember that living in the same house together is not synonymous with physical closeness. As a couple, age and sexual intimacy declines. They must make an effort to hold hands, hug, and show affection. The need for simple touch is significant. Affection is the key to a good late life marriage.
You may not always see eye to eye, but you can keep discord at bay by communicating effectively, being willing to negotiate, and above all else, treating each other with kindness and respect.
Thank you for watching.
If you find our content useful, then please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
We really appreciate your support. See you in the next video.